Everybody on YouTube is doing these insane, perfect $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 Coyote swaps on these Fox bodies with all of the top of the line parts. But what if you're just a regular backyard mechanic that doesn't have that kind of budget? What if you just want to get a Coyote running in a Fox body, fast, cheap, and then upgrade it later? That's what I'm gonna do. Guys, I'm giving myself just 6 days to get a Coyote in my Fox body and get it running and driving. Might be a little bit insane. So I have purchased this 2012 Ford F-150 two-wheel drive long bed. It's got 120,000 miles on it, and more importantly, it's got a 5.0 Coyote with a 6R80 automatic transmission. This is going to be my donor car, and this is how I'm going to do this swap on the cheap. So I already have the truck. My brother went and picked it up, and he's actually been doing me a huge favor. He's been parting this thing out while I'm still here in Guatemala. I'm flying back here in a week, and I'm gonna try and knock this swap out in just 6 days because I have a flight heading back. So it's either I get it done or I'm leaving my brother with a broken project car in his garage. So he has been stripping this F-150 and sawing off as much parts as he can, and he's been doing a fantastic job. I can't thank him enough because guess what? The whole truck's gone. Let's run through the prices and where we are standing money-wise. Okay, so let's run through the numbers. I bought this truck off of Copart for $2,603 after all of their fees. Okay? So far, we have sold the rear bumper and taillights. Sorry for my bad writing. That was $150. Then we sold the right front fender. That was $100. It had a toolbox, aluminum toolbox in it. That sold for $140. And then we sold, I'm not writing all this out, the front bumper, mirror, grill, and cargo light. That was another $285. And then my brother found someone that needed the cab. They had a truck that rolled on the side. They wanted the cab. They ended up working out a deal to sell the entire just rest of the truck. It's the bed, cab, I think the hood was on there, left front fender. Well, you'll see it here in these videos. Minus basically the engine. We pulled the harness out of it. Anything that I might need. He sold that, the truck shell, for $1,500. And then we also have the catalytic converters off of it. Those have not sold. We have not taken those to the core buyer yet. But let's just say conservatively $200. So that brings our parts sold total to $2,375. Now, we take that up from our purchase price of our truck. We're in the hole, just on the swap generally, $228. I still have the engine from the Mustang, the 4-cylinder that can be sold. I think it has a converter on it. That can be sold. And we might get a little bit more than $200 out of these converters. So we might be breaking even on this Coyote swap. I don't know about you, but a free Coyote with harness and trans doesn't seem like a bad idea. Now, I have plans to, I'm not using a control pack. I'm gonna make my own control pack using the factory F-150 harness. I'm not buying an expensive drive shaft. I'm gonna try and make the drive shaft out of the F-150 work. Now, originally, I wasn't going to go with a tubular K-member or headers. I was gonna do that maybe later on down the road, but I sold way more off of this parts truck than I anticipated. So I think I might buy a cheap tubular K-member from UPR. They're like $400, I think. I'll put it up on the screen. And then I may get the Speed Engineering headers. Those I think are also around $400. So but that's still very budget in my mind, because yeah, I think I can definitely do it with obviously the stock truck manifold to work. And I think I can do it with the factory K member. The only thing that I'm fighting right now is time. So I'm gonna offset the time crunch by spending a little bit of extra money and going with the tubular K member and Speed Engineering headers, just to speed it up a bit. So I'm gonna be documenting all this. I'm gonna try and do even daily videos on this, which again, that's not helping my time crunch. But this isn't about making a perfect swap. This is about proving that it can be done and done cheap. Because everywhere I look online, everybody's like minimum 10, 15 grand to do a Coyote swap. I don't believe that one bit. You guys have seen the builds that I've done. Yeah, it might take a little bit extra elbow grease and ingenuity, but you don't need that kind of money to do a Coyote swap. I'm gonna be using as much of that old F-150 as I can to get this Fox going. Whatever it takes, I'm getting this thing started. As soon as I land, man, we're hitting the ground running and I am just going wild on this thing. Mid-November we start, 1 week, budget Coyote swap. Let's see if it can be done. Drop a comment if you've ever been scared off by the price of a Coyote swap, and also drop a comment on what you think I shouldn't cheap out on. I can guarantee you from what I've seen, this is gonna be the most budget-friendly Coyote swap there is on YouTube. So guys, stay tuned. I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it.